I was planning to discuss different types of paragraphs today, okay, and different types of writings. So before we move on, I hope all of you remember the structure of paragraph that we have covered in last semester. So can someone brief in short, okay, what is a paragraph and how do we write one? Anyone? I hope all of
Ma'am,
you remember. Yes.
ma'am, combination of some
मैम पैराग्राफ
sentences
मीन
which
कि कोई भी
express
एक आइडिया
the
One by one,
वन
express the
please.
आइडिया
whole idea of the text.
Okay, very good.
मैम a piece of writing usually dealing with a single theme and indicated by a new line.
Okay, very good. Someone else? All right. So all of you are right, and I hope most of you have some idea what is a paragraph. Okay, so paragraph basically talks about it's a piece of writing. Okay, when we are writing, so the shortest possible section of writing, okay, which talks about only one idea is called a paragraph. Okay, and every paragraph has its own opening and its own closing, so that one idea is whole or comprehensively defined in that one paragraph. All right, so we have talked about the structure of paragraph, how there should be opening, how there should be arguments, and then examples to justify that, and then we conclude that particular idea. All right, now we would move forward and discuss different types of paragraphs. Okay, for example, let's say there is a problem and solution paragraph. Okay, so that would be one type of paragraph which would talk about one particular problem, and in the same paragraph, it would give us the solution of that problem as well. All right, so this would go on for the major type of writing. In an essay, we would develop such an approach. Okay, so on a paragraph level, it would be smaller, but when we're talking about essay, it would go on and it would replicate the idea on a bigger platform. Okay, so today we would discuss different types of paragraph. So can you think of some other types of paragraphs, some like problem and solution paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. Basically, there are four types of paragraphs: narrative, descriptive, expository, and persuasive.
Okay, you're right. Those could be one type of writing. Okay, but that is mainly related and concerned with types of essays as whole. Okay, because what type of approach we are having in an essay, and that depends upon the topic. But even whatever type of topic we have, okay, we develop different type of arguments throughout that essay. Okay, so for example, I have to write an essay of 1,000 words, let's say. Okay, and that is a persuasive essay or narrative essay. So in that, I would have different types of paragraphs justifying my main topic. Okay, so some paragraphs would be talking about maybe there would be problem and solution paragraphs. Some paragraphs would be compare and contrast paragraphs. So similarly, we would have different types of ways of justifying the point. Okay, because basically when we are talking about a paragraph, so we are justifying one main particular idea. Okay, so without any delay, let's begin. All right, I hope the screen is visible to all of you. This is a very short video. This is a short video, and in this video, this would describe about compare and contrast writing. So they would also give some examples regarding reading as well as writing. So you have to listen what they are saying and how the main idea goes on, and then we would do an activity to understand words as well as how we can actually write one paragraph of this sort.
Vocabulary. We're comparing and contrasting. Let's get it. Everybody's doing it.
I hope the video is audible and it is clear. Okay, अगर आपको उनकी आवाज नहीं समझ आ रही तो there would be subtitles. So please focus on that and do not miss anything.
In fact, we do it all the time. We compare and contrast when we're in the store, deciding what cereal to buy. We compare and contrast when we pick out what movie to see, or what player we want for our fantasy football league. I'll break it down for you. Check. Comparing and contrasting, get with it. That's when you think how things are similar and different. When I compare things, I talk about how they're the same. When I contrast, it's the differences that I name. I analyze how they're similar and different. I look at them close, yeah, I get specific. I compare and contrast 2 books, 3 foods, 2 unicorn dudes named Hofi and Stu. Yeah, that's how we do. But what's even wiser, before I write, I'ma use a graphic organizer, a Venn diagram. Yeah, I'll show you that. I just draw 2 circles that overlap. In the middle, I'll write whatever's the same, just list the differences in the other spaces. With 3 things to compare, what should I do then? I could add a 3rd circle, so then let's get it in. I compare when I say how things are similar, like doll houses and ponies, both miniature. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? I compare when I say how things are similar or the same. Yeah, I bet that sounds so familiar. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? Okay, I have to write an essay. Here's the prompt. Would you rather be a wolf or a domesticated dog? Domesticated dog is like a pet. I'ma compare and contrast. That'll help me pick. I use transition words to help my readers know that I'm comparing and contrasting. Here we go. First, I'll compare how they're the same. Both have fur coats for the wind, snow, and rain. Domesticated dogs love to play together. Similarly, wolf puppies will play in any weather. Pet dogs have paws, wolves do as well. Likewise, they both will eat meat. Can you tell? To see how they're different, let's contrast. Most wolves have longer teeth, and that's a fact. If a wolf gets sick, there's no medicine. In contrast, pets go to the vet, they let them in. Domesticated dogs don't worry about food, they get fed in a bowl. I bet they love it too. Unlike a wolf, which has to hunt, and if it can't find much food, they go hungry for months. A wolf can run free, do anything it pleases, while domesticated doggies are tied up with leashes. So while I might like to be a pet dog for a while, I want to be free. That's the call of the wild. I compare when I say how things are similar, like doll houses and ponies, both miniature. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it? I compare when I say how things are similar or the same. Yeah, I bet that sounds so familiar. I contrast when I say how things are different, give examples and get specific. You get it?
Okay, so did you guys get it? How was the video?
Yes, ma'am. It was nice.
Cool, ma'am.
Okay, so I hope they had a better way of teaching it than me. So I thought we would listen to that. So basically, they were talking about how we can compare and contrast in writing. Okay, so they were pretty clear that we continuously compare and contrast all the time. Okay, whether we are writing or reading, but still we continue, when we have a movie to watch, we compare both movies. Okay, which one is better, and then we have to watch that. Similarly, we compare 2 foods, we compare 2 pens, we compare friends. Okay, and so on. Like in life, we compare and contrast. So when we are comparing, basically we are looking for similarities between 2 things. Okay, what are some common things between them? While when we are contrasting, we look for differences between them. Okay, so similarly, when we are writing or maybe in a long essay or one short paragraph, that would basically focus on comparison or contrast or both for 2 things. Okay, so I hope the video was clear to everyone. So first we would do this vocab game. So it would be asking us for vocabulary that was used in this video to make sure that you understood everything. Okay, afterwards we would actually compare and contrast any 2 things, and we would practice. All right, so this would be a short quiz, and it would ask us for the meaning of words used in the video. Okay, so as the game appears, you have to quickly tell me the meaning of the word, so I choose that. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
So drag the word to its definition. Very much the same as something. So what would be the appropriate word?
Similar.
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 Okay, very good.
Similar.
Okay, next is a dash is a useful tool to use when writing about how two things are alike and how they differ.
A transition word.
Diagram.
Specific. Specific.
A tool which helps us to differentiate and like put all the things together, that what are similar and what are differences. So what would be that tool?
Specific.
We have time as well. No.
Specific.
Specific? Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
How is specific? A tool, like what would be one kind of a tool that we are using to point out what are the differences and similarities. A transition word could be used, but that would be very specific, okay, in a writing. But when we are talking about like jotting
A
down
Venn
all the
diagram.
differences, so it would be Venn diagram. Okay, next is not the same as in other things or unlike.
Different.
Different. Different.
Very good. My sister pointed to a dash spot on the map and asked me to meet her on the exact corner later that day.
Specific.
Okay, what do you think, other people?
Specific.
Specific.
Alright. Very good. To explain how something is similar to something else.
Compare.
Compare.
Contrast. Contrast.
When we are talking about similar,
Compare.
we would say it would be compare. But when we are talking about differences, there we would say it's contrast. Okay? Her eyes are
Different. Different.
Different.
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Okay. Drag over the words that goes best with the image. Okay, so these are all examples for. Come on. These are examples
I
for.
don't know.
Transition words.
These are all transition words that we use to compare and contrast. Okay, the horses looked.
Similar.
Okay, and how did we know that these talking about similar or different to each other? Because they had the
White,
same.
because of
Same
same
white
white
Same white
marking.
markings on their foreheads.
Okay, very good. Okay, now it's an example of Venn diagram. Okay, that's the question.
Venn diagram.
Teacher asked me to use more. Come on.
Transition words.
What about other people? What do you think?
Transition words.
Okay, like,
Transition
similarly,
words.
and however. These are transition verbs. Good. To explain how something is different from something else.
Contrast.
Contrast.
Compare is used to find similar things.
Compare.
Contrast.
Contrast.
Okay. Okay, we have 3 more questions. Jenny was asked to date the twin girls, so she began explaining all the things they had in common.
Compare.
Compare.
Common means similar, that would be compare. Very good. Okay. That word that means the same thing, precise or definite.
Specific.
Definite.
There's no definite, it's different. Okay. Her art teacher told her to these 2 paragraphs which made her realize how different the animals look in each image. So when she's looking for difference in animals, that would be
Contrast.
contrast. Very
Then
good.
contrast.
Okay, so we scored 10 on 10, 14 on 14. Okay, very good. Now, let me just skip this No, all right. Now let's compare and contrast two things. What two things you would like to compare now? Is the screen visible? I'm creating a Venn diagram for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can you think of any two things that you think we can compare and contrast? Okay, so just imagine these are two similar looking circles.
Coffee and tea.
We can do coffee and tea. I was thinking pizza and burger, but any other ideas what we can compare?
Ma'am, sun and moon.
City and village.
Okay, let's go with
Madam,
coffee and tea.
Two wheels.
Two?
Wheels. Wheels.
Two-wheeler.
Car wheels. Car wheels.
Okay, let's go with coffee and tea for now. That would be easier for all of us to understand. Okay, so all the things which are similar between coffee and tea, we would put them here in the common section, and all the things which are different between them, we would put them in different circles. So let's begin. What are some common things between coffee and tea?
Madam, both contain coffee, caffeine.
Milk, sugar.
Milk
Okay.
and
Both
sugar and
contain caffeine.
Both have milk, sugar, and water.
Caffeine also.
Okay,
are hot.
caffeine also. Caffeine की spelling क्या होगी?
Madam.
CASSEIN.
Okay, and both are hot beverages.
Hot
Yes,
beverages. No, madam. Coffee is also cold beverage also.
Okay, that is called also,
that-
but again, mainly when we are talking about hot coffee and hot tea, there is iced tea as well in that scenario.
Both are tasty.
That is more of subjective opinion, so we would not write that. Okay, what are some other similarities between them?
Madam, both are a mixture of all the things.
We have written the things. Okay, both are liquid. Okay, but again, that would be included in beverages. हमारे Venn diagram में सारे ये options आएंगे भी नहीं. यहाँ पे writing भी इतनी बड़ी है. Okay, what else? What are some other common things between them?
Madam, both have a brown color, brown and blackish. Mana, if
Okay, color is
if
same, let's
tea
say.
is- yeah, say.
Okay, very good. They have a common color. What else?
Madam, both.
Let's assume that this is all written inside this. Okay.
Both are in served in cups.
Okay. Very good. What else?
Both have similarities in making man conscious, man more conscious because
would
of
be-
it sleepiness goes off.
Okay, you're right. And that is because they both have caffeine. So we've already
Yes.
mentioned that. All right, now let's talk about differences. So what's the difference between coffee and tea? Tayyiba has mentioned that tea is made up of tea leaves. Okay, tea leaves, and coffee is made up of coffee beans. Okay, okay, what are some other differences? So these are differences at this side, like this is some common attributes only to coffee, and these are common attributes only to tea. Okay, and these are all similarities between them. Sorry?
Madam,
Both have?
Different taste.
Okay.
different taste.
So we would, what would we write for the test of coffee? Stronger test, let's say. Coffee is strongly brewed, tea is infused. Okay.
Madam,
Coffee is
mainly
brewed.
coffee is taken in chocolate flavor.
Coffee is made in chocolate flavor.
Yes, ma'am. Tea can be taken also, but people prefer chocolate coffee also.
We cannot say that because that would again be similar to like iced coffee or iced tea. Okay, so infused tea हम लोग जब करते हैं तो हम लोग simmer करके उसको बनाते हैं. While when we are making coffee, it's often brewed. Okay, Aksa is saying tea is best, but I again would say that it is a personal opinion. So we cannot put them into, you know, compare and contrast idea.
Madam,
Coffee has different
is
flavor.
hotter.
Okay, we could say
Madam,
that
coffee
both
is
of them.
hotter for the body. The more you take coffee, the more, madam, the hotness you get. While tea is not that much hot.
Okay,
Madam,
so
composition.
okay, so when I said stronger test, that would again include that it has more effect, while tea is mild on the other hand. So we can, you know, commonly take it. That is why coffee is more used in the countries with where there is a lot of snow and like temperature in
Winter
minus.
season. In winter season.
In
Maybe,
winter
ma'am.
season
Summer
and in
season and
countries
winter
where there is,
season.
you know, temperature in minor, like there are stronger winters. So that is one of the differences as well. Okay, so
Yes.
some people are writing as well. Coffee is higher caffeine content. Okay, very good. Coffee is useful in asthma. All right. So these are all differences between coffee and tea that we can put on, and then there will be a long list of both. So you get this idea how we compare and contrast two things. Now, when we are writing
Yeah.
a paragraph, okay, so we can build up a paragraph in which there would be different ways of writing a paragraph when we are comparing and contrasting two things. So first thing would be like when we were talking about writing a paragraph. So this is again a sort of a brainstorming diagram. Okay, because we point out all the things that what are the differences and what are some similarities between two things. Okay, then when we begin writing a paragraph, there would be the similar pattern. In the first topic sentence, we would write that in this paragraph, let's say, or we are going to compare coffee and tea. All right, so that would be like our opening sentence that would talk about what the paragraph is about. Afterwards, we would go on talking about all the similarities between them. Then, like, we would use so many transition words, like we could say, although coffee and tea are very similar because they have the same contents like milk, sugar, and water. They both have caffeine in them, and they both are served as hot beverages in liquid form. Okay, although they have the same color and they are served in cups. However, okay, then when then however is would be another transition word that we would use, and then we would go on and point out the differences between them. Okay, then we would say, however, coffee has a stronger taste than tea. Okay, so then we included one difference, or then now we are contrasting two things. Then we would say like some other difference between coffee and tea, and then we would talk about the differences. Or we can also talk about one similarity and one difference. That would be our personal choice again. But most ideally,
Madam,
yes,
coffee trees are always planted in rainy forests.
right. Okay, that could be another similarity. Or okay, so this is how we build up a paragraph. We can use so many other transition words, like when we are comparing coffee and tea, we would say similarly. Like we can say coffee is made up of milk, sugar, and water. Similarly, tea is also made up of these things. Okay, and one thing also you can note down here is there could be paragraphs only comparing two things, and there could be paragraphs only contrasting two things. मतलब यहाँ पे तो हम जनरली एक पैराग्राफ की बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे कंपैरिजन भी होगा, कंट्रास्ट भी होगा, राइट? बट हमारे पास ऐसे पैराग्राफ्स भी हम लोग डेवलप कर सकते हैं जहाँ पे हम लोग कंट्रास्ट नहीं कर रहे, मतलब हमें कॉफी और टी में जो डिफरेंसेस है वो हमें उनसे हमारा कंसर्न नहीं है. वी आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट द कंपैरिजन बिटवीन टू थिंग्स. So in that case, we would only talk about what are the similarities between both. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's
Yes,
do
ma'am.
another quiz from the game.
Ma'am.
Okay, there is one read and respond. Let's try this and then we will do the quiz. Okay, so here is an example. Studying similar concepts is a great idea to compare and contrast them. This strategy would help you make connections and deepen your understanding. Okay, so here we have a short passage and then we have to answer the question. So please read this paragraph. Okay, so you have a clear idea how we can write a comparison and contrast paragraph. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please read it carefully. If you don't understand any word, please ask. So what is ballet?
Ballet is a kind of dance, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
हाँ ठीक है पढ़ा तुम
Okay, so basically this paragraph I think is not an example of compare and contrast. These are basically two different paragraphs. One paragraph, this one is talking about ballet, and this paragraph is talking about salsa. Okay, so yes, so these are two separate paragraphs talking about two separate forms of dance. So now we have to tell whether ballet or salsa are similar or not. So in first paragraph, we would see it is giving us all the attributes of ballet and talking about it. And in second, it is talking about salsa. Okay, so let's see what's the question. According to the text above, ballet and salsa dances are similar because, so what were the similarities between both the paragraphs and forms of writing? They both?
B, ma'am.
They both are dance.
Social dance.
Social dancing.
Okay.
And as social dance.
They both
Ma'am,
began as
social
social
dance.
dances.
Okay, let's confirm. That's right. So
Yes,
we would
ma'am.
say
Confirmed.
the first passage says that the ballet begin as this, and the second says the salsa begin as social dance as well. Next. Okay, which of the following contrast Earth and Mars? Okay, so now there are sentences. You have to tell which sentence is basically talking about difference between Earth and Mars. So read all the sentences and tell me which sentence contrasts Earth and Mars.
Madam, I think A.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's A perhaps.
A,
Ma'am,
madam,
it's
A.
perhaps.
Okay, what about other people? Everyone
Maybe
thinks it's A.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Maybe, ma'am.
Okay, how did you know that?
Madam, because Mars, I think
Mars
it's
is also
closer
called
to
red
solar.
planet.
And it's closer, I think so.
Okay, when we're talking about a contrast between two things, we have to see that there is clear mentioned one difference between both the things. So when we're talking about first sentence, it's right that it is talking about Mars, okay, one particular quality of Mars, but it does not mention anything about Earth. Okay, so how can we say that it is a difference between both? Though we know that Earth is not a red planet, and we know this might be a difference between Earth and Mars, but in this paragraph, there's no mention to Earth. So this would not be the right answer. Do you agree?
Ma'am, C.
Okay,
C,
what about
ma'am,
other
and-
people?
C.
C.
Okay,
C.
so those who
C,
said
ma'am.
D would be an example for comparison, because a day on both Mars
Yes,
and Earth
ma'am,
lasts
C.
about 24 hours. So this is talking about similarity. But this statement, okay, this is talking about the difference of the duration of the year. So in my opinion, that would be the correct answer. Let's check. Okay, so the correct answer is C, because this is clearly talking about what is the difference between Earth and Mars. In this statement, there is no difference between both. Okay, so you have to be careful about it. Clear? Okay, next is when authors compare and contrast, they can't just say these two topics are similar and different. They have to go specific examples of why these topics are similar and different to show the reader why. Okay, now read this passage quickly. It's easy to
Confuse plateaus in message details because they are similar. And from plateaus, message and petals are with steep slides on mean are similar than plateaus. Smaller than the largest plateau in the world is Tibet Plateau, and an area of 9,65,000 kilometers. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
the
ma'am.
question is, in the passage above, what is the purpose of the sentence? Plateaus, mesas, and buttes are all broad, high landforms with steep sides and flat tops. So this line in particular, is it comparing or it is contrasting, or what is the purpose of this statement? It contrasts all three landforms, or it provides an example, or it explains why mesas have been studied more than plateaus, or it gives an example of specific plateau.
Madam, not D.
It's, I think, D. Or
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
B.
D not.
Ma'am, it's B.
Gives an example of how plateaus, mesa, and buttles are similar. Okay, so this is basically comparing the three things, and these are three forms that it is talking about. Like all three have flat tops, all three have steep sides and high landforms. So it is comparing all three things. Okay, so talking about similarities. So that's the right answer.
okay.
Okay, let's quickly cover this one. Sometimes writing prompt may not contain the words compare and contrast. However, it may still be asking you to analyze things which are similar and different. So it's saying that sometimes there will be no, explicit mention of these words, but still it would be talking about the similarities and differences. So read the following prompts and statements. Which one most likely asking you to compare and contrast? Okay, so it is talking about a question statement. So इनमें से किस तरह की statement मैं आपको दे सकती हूँ जिसमें I'll ask you कि आप दो चीजों को compare और contrast करें.
Summarize the plot of the book, The Life of Frederick Douglass. Would you rather meet Abraham Lincoln or Frederick Douglass? Why? Explain why Frederick Douglass' contribution were important. Describe major events in
Come
life
on
of
quickly.
Thomas.
Ma'am, B.
D.
Ma'am, B.
It's B.
I guess.
A, D, B word. A, B, C, D में से चारों में से कोई ना कोई एक तो होगा ही. Okay, so come on. Those who thinks A, say yes. A.
B.
B, madam.
Okay, it's B because it's talking about
B,
two things. Okay, again, it's giving us two things. Who would you rather meet? Okay, so you have to compare and tell why you want to meet that one person. Okay, so I can give you any question. What would you rather eat, pizza or burger? What would you rather choose, Desi or Chinese? Okay, so something like that. When I'm giving you two examples or two things, you have to choose one. That means you have to tell us why, and then you have to compare and contrast. Okay?
To compare and contrast.
Okay, in a compare and contrast essay, use transition words that show similarity and contrast. These words show relationship between your ideas. They help your reader follow your logic. Which of the following sentences uses a transition word or phrase to show contrast? So we have to look for a word which is talking about contrast. So let's find out. Quickly read the statements.
Singh takes one of his voice in the same way that an athlete takes care of her body. It was clear that Maya broke the world record for the
Ma'am, meanwhile.
eaten by a 6-year-old 20 minutes. The river water began to rise. Meanwhile, a small fire broke out at the mill and distracted the town people. African gay parrots form strong bonds with human owners, unlike some other birds.
8 words. So what do you think? Okay, let's look for what are the transition words used basically. Okay, so ultimately this is one transition word here. Okay, in the same way, this is another transition word, but in the same way is a transition word for comparison. Okay, so it's not a contrast, so this is eliminated. Ultimately is neither talking about
Madam C.
Okay, so why C?
Madam, because the river began to rise. The contrast word is began to rise. Meanwhile, a small fire broke out at the mill at the same time, distracted the townspeople.
Okay. Okay, so I was talking about all the transition words that are used and how one is contrast. Okay, so we say this one is in a same way, so it cannot be talking about contrast because it's talking about the same way. That means it is comparison, and ultimately is talking about the conclusion. Okay, this happened and ultimately it was clear. So this is again not contrast. In this sentence, we are talking about meanwhile. Meanwhile का मतलब होता है उस वक्त. Okay, for example, we were taking class. Meanwhile, the fire broke. So this is talking about a relationship between two things that happened at the same time. Okay, so again, I wouldn't say that this is a contrast between any two things because it's generally talking about meanwhile. That means at that particular time. However, in this last sentence, African grey parrots form strong bonds with human owners, unlike some other pet birds. So it's like unlike, like not like them. So this word unlike is talking about contrast. So those who said D, they are right.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so it's clear? So you have to look carefully what are the
Yes,
words,
ma'am.
what are the transition words which are talking about comparison or contrast. Okay, compare and contrast essays can be
Okay, ma'am.
organized in 3 main ways. Okay, so now it is talking about कि हम 3 ways में किस तरह से comparison और contrast essay को write सकते हैं. So similarities to differences structure. This is when the writer describes all the similarities between two things and then describes their differences. जैसे मैं आपको पहले बता रही थी कि यहाँ हम पहले सारे similarities लिख लें, उसके बाद सारे differences लिख लें. So that would be one way of writing it. उसको हम लोग कहेंगे similarities to differences structure. सही है? Then we have whole to whole structure. जैसे हमारे पास वो एक पैराग्राफ था बेले और सालसा वाला, तो उसमें this is when the writer describes everything about one thing and then everything about the other thing. So in first part, the writer was talking about everything about the bele, and then he was talking about completely and everything about salsa. So this is another type of writing which we could say whole to whole structure. मतलब जो हमारे पास फॉर एग्जाम्पल टी एंड कॉफी है तो हमने एक शॉर्ट वे में बता दिया कि टी इज दिस दिस दिस, सब कुछ टी के बारे में बता दिया. देन वी टॉक अबाउट एवरीथिंग अबाउट कॉफी. समझ आ रही है बात? तो दैट वुड बी कॉल्ड होल टू होल स्ट्रक्चर. Okay, so you have that example in mind of bele and salsa. So that would be example for whole to whole structure. Then we would have point to point structure. This is when a writer explains one point of similarity or difference between two things and then moves to the next point of similarity or difference. तो उसमें हम लोग we would not be strict to हमें पहले differences ही बताने या पहले similarities ही बतानी. हम पहले एक point की बात करेंगे. Okay, this is a similarity, this is a difference, maybe this is a similarity and this is the difference and so on. So that would be point to point structure. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this image और आप ये तीन types note कर सकते हैं and then you can build up 3 different paragraphs according to these 3 structures. Okay, for example, आपके पास दो ही same चीजें tea and coffee. तो आप tea and coffee को compare and contrast करने के लिए तीनों तरह का paragraph बना सकते हैं. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So read the paragraph and then we have to answer the question. So quickly read it.
Both goats and cows are domestic animals. This means that they have provided food and a birth for humans for 1,000 years. Our goats much smaller than cows. A goat is about 1/6 size of a cow, which means it's easy
Now you have to just find out in what way. Please stop speaking. जो आप बात करें आपस में अपना mic off कर दें. Alright, so you have to tell that in this paragraph, author ने कौन सा method from the above he has chosen. Okay, so you have to see whether he's pointing out differences and then all the similarities, or he's talking about whole to whole structure or point to point structure. So what do you think?
Madam, similarities, differences, both. And hold the structure also. Madam.
Similarities and
Okay, so look at the options. Look at the options. She describes all the similarities between goats and cows, then describes all the differences. Or she provides information about goats, then
Yes,
provides
ma'am.
information about cows. She explained one point of similarity or difference between the goats and cows. Then she moves into the next point of similarity and difference between them. Or she describes the history of goats being domesticated, then describe the history of cows. So what do you think? A?
Ma'am, I think it's A.
It's
A. I think so.
look at the structure.
This means
Okay, so first of all, in the topic sentence, it is talking about that this is going to compare goats and cows. Okay, so they both are domesticated animals. So one similarity, and again, this means that they both have been have provided food and have worked for humans for thousands of years. So this is in talking about the same sentence, that they both are domesticated animals. Then it talks about, however, goats are much smaller than cows. So we would see that there is one similarity, then one difference, that the goats are smaller than cows. Then a goat is about 1/6. So this is again talking about the same sentence, how they are smaller. Now again, this was talking about a similarity. Both goats and cows produce milk that humans can drink. Okay, then a difference, but dairy goats have longer productive life than cows. So there is one similarity, one difference, one similarity, one difference. So that would be point to point, and then it's C. So those who
C.
said C, they are right.
D, madam, D.
देख लें C सही
C
हो
or
गया.
D.
Because look at what he's saying. She explains one point of similarity and then one point of difference between both. Okay, so you have to see all the 3 structures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last question.
No, ma'am. No.
Sometimes an essay prompt may tell you what kind of conclusion to draw from the comparing and contrasting. Okay, so he's saying कि comparing or contrast को पढ़ के you can reach to the conclusion कि what kind of conclusion would be drawn. Don't stop after listing the similarity and differences. Be sure to come to a conclusion about the items you have examined. Okay, read the paragraph. Read the following concluding paragraph of an essay. So it's talking about an essay form now. अगर हमारे पास एक essay है compare and contrast का, so we would see how the concluding paragraph is in. Okay, so read it and then we'll have to answer the question.
After setting the freestyle answers clear, and an artist freestyler make things up on the spot. She often create art that is more exciting than planned lyric. Freestyling allow an artist to follow his or her imagination and loosen their style. Artists reach new artistic heights. Freestyling is an important skill that makes hip hop such a unique and creative art form.
Okay, so have you read it, everyone? So the question is, which of the following essay prompts was the author of the paragraph most likely responding to? Okay, who is better? Hip hop artist? Who is a better hip hop artist? Okay, after comparing and contrasting, according to author, who is better? Okay, second is, do artists create better lyrics when they freestyle or when they write lyrics out and memorize them? Describe the history of freestyling in hip hop. Explain the meaning of the term freestyle as it is used in hip hop. So what's the conclusion drawn? What do you think? So in this sentence, we can say that it is very clear that when a
B,
writer
ma'am.
artist freestyles, they make up an exciting work of art. Okay, so do artists create better when they freestyle?
Or when they write lyrics out.
Write out and memorize them.
So that's right. All right.
Yes.
So we have again scored 100%. Very good. Okay, that's it for today.